Hi, everybody. Melissa Klein here, and ready for the final installment of Dork, of Dumb Outdoor Recreational Club. Um, and this is the part I'm really looking forward to the most. I actually am going to do two versions for you, and in this one, it's more drawing with it, and this is where I'm kind of using the Roman numerals as a jumping off point, but then I'm changing the little feet to look like golf clubs or mallets or things like that. And in reference to the misadventure that I had with my brother and niece, I'm doing little hiking boots on our, I guess that's like us, we are. Um, and goofy little ones. And our top part is a little bit of a inflatable thing, but not quite. I might change that later on. I think that's the thing with design is sometimes it just comes out all at once and it's cool and it's awesome, and then sometimes you gotta gain ground by like inches and just work through the whole process. But I will say this, like with with art or any of the things like, oh, and here I'm talking about with this O, like, with the ellipse, that little like rounded curve is what we're looking for. You don't want to have something that's too pinched. But I like the idea of the O looking like one of those lifesaver type things that you throw to people, um, because they've done something stupid and they're like, no, they're in the water and they're drunk and all right, we got to fish them out. I will say this, nobody in my family's actually done that, but that's just, a matter of time. And then, of course, D, the backwards D. It'd be kind of, sometimes I thought about like making it look like archery or something, although none of us do archery, because we'd probably all be dead by now. But but there's just sort of like that whole referencing the weird crafts and the um, stupid games people play kind of thing. But also I think just having kind of fun with it and also being willing to. I think the thing I like about the word dork is like you're willing to have fun. Like you don't care if you look cool or not. Like I don't think I looked very cool in my granny bathing suit. Paddleboarding or in the water or anything. Like there's nothing that looks, or and I, being willing to uh be like, okay, I'm gonna be, oh yeah, and this is a fun touch, having one of the shoelaces be untied. And I was like, oh, maybe both should be untied. And I'm like, no, that's too much. One will be tied and the other will be untied. That seemed more in the sense of a dorky. A lot of times what happens with this stuff is that following your intuition with it and sort of feeling like, all right, And here I'm also adding a little bit of depth with shading behind the letters to make it a little bit more 3D. Uh, you know, and all you have to do is thicken one side of it to make more of a 3D effect with it. We'll be talking more about 3D letters, but also getting more into the drawing elements in this next week's one. So you're like, no, please don't have us do lettering the entire thing. No, 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 no. We're going to be doing more with the drawing and the integrating of the picture stories concepts into things. Here, what I'm also doing is I'm playing around with like making the lettering really dark. Um, and because I felt like I wanted Dork to really contrast with the lettering around the outside of it. It is a very busy sort of thing, but I'm kind of like that's okay. A lot of things going on with family vacations, but I wanted the lifesaver to be a little bit to have a contrast with the white going on with that. Um, and you know make it in here I'm like making it a little bit smaller kind of thing. That is one of the luxuries with digital. um, but in a lot of ways I work very similar. There's pros and cons to both of them. Now on the right you'll see that's the original thing, and this is something I've taken a little bit further. um, and just showing it. Now, one of the things I thought, looking at the original, and this is an alternate version, was I thought, with just the flat black lettering, it's actually really, I like how clear and easy it is to read. Why don't I just super quickly do just a black, flat black things without all the sort of drawing and the stuff in there? Do I like it? Will it be better looking on a button where they're like, "Are you a dork?" So here I'm just using the same underdrawing. One of the things I've noticed, like just as I redraw things, first, at one point because the film wasn't filming and I thought it was, and then another point just because I didn't like how things looked. That each time you do it, it just gets like a little bit faster, a little bit better. You kind of develop the muscle memory for it. I'm hoping that muscle memory will transfer into my badminton skills because I'm gonna take on my nephews with that once I'm done with this. But sometimes less something a more darker, simpler design is better. To be honest, there's elements I like about both of these. I'm kind of leaning towards actually the more filled out one, but I wanted to see it. Like a lot of times, like in discussions with students or clients about things, we'll be like, oh, maybe this will be better, maybe that'll be better, and we'll kind of like people kind of stand around and talk about it. But honestly, it's not until you see it that you really know. Um, and that even if you're just doing like a quick rough sketch, which this is, I'm like cleaning it up a little bit with an eraser tool here, um, that it's like, we can stand around and talk about it, or we can just do something super quick, not refine, and just see what looks better. And here, that's another good point too. Like this, to me, those hiking boots look so much better dark rather than, before they look fine white, but this is better. So I'll be curious to know what people think, which version they like better, what works. You know, where's where do you make your decisions with it? Because it's gonna go on a button. All right. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.